My name is Joe Valenzuela. I'm also known as Santa Cruz Fungi. We're creating a lifestyle brand around fun, adventure, health, and well-being. I grew up in Los Angeles, went to Catholic school, and I never really liked drinking. So I went into cannabis when I was a teenager, and some others did some psychedelics in college, things like that. And come to learn that I have an addictive personality. Checked myself into rehab for the first time when I was 21 or 22 years old. And because I was spinning out of control in the cocaine market in the 80s. So that was my first exposure to 12 step. I ended up finishing college, moving to Europe, and that's where I really learned to drink. I moved to Europe to get away from the drugs. But really what happened is I just graduated to a new level of partying and wherever I was. So it wasn't the drugs, it wasn't LA, it wasn't Malibu, Coke. It was always me. I have a very sort of unusual story for people in 12 step recovery in that I've been in it 5 different times for a total of over 21 years, being completely clean and sober, no weed, no alcohol, no mind altering substances. And the longest period was 10 years and 3 months. And that ended in 2018. So I've been sober over 21 years in 5 different chapters, raising my kids and being part of the community and working a day job. And I never felt completely okay. And I remain an open minded person, but I never felt like the end all for me, or I never got to what they call happy, joyous, and free. And that's in their promises. And I never got there, but a lot of my friends have, and I'm still good friends with a lot of AA people. I read a book by Michael Pollan. It resonated with me because anytime I had done psychedelics in college, it was always a love connection with nature, with humans, with animals. And I was familiar with that. So I did a breathwork journey with a guy that was holotropic breathwork. And I was seeing a psychedelic therapist in the Sacramento area, wonderful person. And she gave me some exercises to do. And through these exercises and through my breathwork out of body experience, I came to see myself where I am today. I came to see and understand myself as a child. And I got to see myself in the man I wanted to be or that I was going to become. And that man looked like Gandhi. And at the time, I was about 210, 215 pounds and overweight because food and sugar were my vices for the most part. And I wasn't really happy in my life and I wasn't in a good marriage. So I took that information, went and saw a guy that I knew from AA before who was doing plant medicine journey work. And I did a journey with him. And through that, I got to see myself in a whole different way. And it shifted my consciousness about everything I either put into my body or on my body. And that's when my transformation began. From that point, with microdosing as support, specifically psilocybin and cannabis, I've been able to lose 40 pounds, transform my body, be in some of the best shape I've been in my life. And that's at 61 years old. So I'm really happy with my experience in microdosing and in my transformative breath work and psilocybin journeys. And I haven't felt called to do any more macro journeys. So for me, microdosing, probably 5 out of 7 days, works really well for me for today. And what had happened is my body tells me what to do intuitively. So I feel really lucky that I'm connected. Part of my journey also included cultivating mushrooms, where I got really familiar with fungi and it felt indigenous to me because I am 33% native. So I'm Sonoran and it felt like the right medicine for me. So I'm a big skier. I've always been skier since I was 16 years old. So 45 years I've been skiing. Most of the resorts in America, and then lived in Europe for 6 years. So I love skiing. It's definitely my biggest passion. I also do fair amount of mountain biking in the past and beach volleyball. So those are my three biggest sports I like to do. What I found with skiing in the last couple of years is if I microdose a combination of psilocybin chocolate, a little bit of MDMA, and some cannabis, I can ski pain free and feel like I did when I was in my 20s. And obviously, you can't keep that up all the time. And there is a come down when you're leaving that space. But for me to feel as energized and pain free as I can in the mountains, it's worth it. But I always keep in mind that I have an addictive personality. So that never leaves my forefront. Whether I'm at Burning Man, a festival, a barbecue, I'm not putting things in my body that aren't going to serve me about 95% of the time. I've still got 5% to work on, but I'm okay with that for today.